Welcome everybody to our presentation today. I am Đỗ Hoài Phương and this is
Nguyễn Thị Thúy Phượng and this is Trần Thị Ngọc Nữ and me Khánh Phượng.
Is our climate changing? What causes climate change? What are effects of climate change and what should we do to deal with climate change? Today we are going to say to you about the problems of the climate change. Today's topic is very important for all of us who are living on the earth because climate change affects directly the whole life of the whole life on the earth. In our presentation, we will focus on three main parts. First, we would like to say to you about what climate change is and what causes climate change. Next, we will go on to effects of climate change on the whole life of the earth. And finally, we will offer some solutions for dealing with climate change. Our presentation will take about 14 minutes. Don't worry about taking notes. We will give you the PowerPoint slides after our presentation, and we will answer the questions you may have at the end of our talk. First, I would like to say to you about what climate change is. According to scientists, climate change is a long-term change in the Earth's climate, especially a change due to an increase the average atmospheric temperatures. Climate change is a change in the property of global climate system for several decades or longer, usually at least 30 years. Climate change refers global phenomena such as global warming, ice melting, and sea level rise. Climate change also refers to extreme weather events such as droughts, floods, storms, and heat waves. And next, Ms. Thúy Phượng will say to you about what causes climate change.
Now let's move on. What causes climate change? Some research show that there is a change of cause. I just want to say about the second cause and all the cause after it. You will guess the first cause. Okay. The second cause in increasing change is some kinds of gas. There are carbon dioxide, methane, and other gases. And carbon dioxide is the most. When carbon dioxide goes into the Earth's atmosphere, it's like gas in the atmosphere growing vegetable, so it's called greenhouse gas. The more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere there is, the thicker atmosphere is when the atmosphere is thicker, it traps more than the sun heat. Instead of letting the heat escape, this makes the temperature of atmosphere warmer and warmer. This phenomenon is global warming. Global warming leads to climate change. Now let's back to the questions. What's the first and the main cause of climate change? Or what emits too carbon dioxide into atmosphere? I'm sure that you exactly know the answer. The more fossil fuels such as coal and gasoline we burn, the more carbon dioxide we emit into the atmosphere. Is that right? As we know, plants and trees take in carbon dioxide and turn it into oxygen. And oxygen is not a greenhouse gas. The more wood we cut down or burn, but we not relent them, the more carbon dioxide increase because there are not enough trees to offset the greenhouse gas reactive. Today, we make carbon dioxide. Researchers show that before 1900, the amount of carbon dioxide was 270 and 280 ppm, and now it has run into 380 ppm. In the same time, the world has become steadily hotter, so the first and main cause of climate change is human, is right. Climate change has caused many significant efforts on the life on our planet. Miss Ngọc Nữ will say to you about this.
I'm going to tell you about aspects of climate change in the world around us. Do you know how global climate change has affected the life on the earth? Since the atmosphere is getting hotter, it is also getting more energetic. This means that in many places will be cooler, drier, and windier. So we talk about global climate change rather than global warming. Global climate change causes many important problems such as higher temperature, more droughts and floods, more severe hurricanes, ice melting, and sea level rise. According to the International Panel on Climate change could bring both benefits and problems to different parts of the world in the 21st century. In this part of my presentation, I would like to tell you about climate change won't have enough fresh water. In Africa, 75 to 250 million people won't have enough water. This will hurt agriculture. Plants won't survive and will die. There won't be enough food. The temperature water of place will increase, so there will be less and less fish to eat. In the next part of my presentation, I would like to tell you about the blood. In Asia, the melting of glaciers will cause flooding. Ice melting also causes sea level to rise. In Vietnam, the coastal area of southern Vietnam is short because of sea level rising. So the farmer fly here is very difficult now. Let's move on the next point. The climate change caused the droughts. In Australia and New Zealand, there will be less rain and water. In southern and eastern Australia, there will be droughts and fire. However, in some areas of New Zealand, farming will grow because it will be warmer and more rain. Let me turn now to fire. In North America, it will be warmer and drier. There will be more fire and disease and problems with issues. That's all I have to say about the climate change. It will bring more disadvantages than advantages. So we must find effective solutions for dealing with climate change. Ms. Kapung will present some effective solutions for dealing with climate change.
Let me give you some solutions for dealing with climate change. As we know, carbon dioxide and some other gases are greenhouse gases. They cause climate change. So to deal with climate change, we should reduce greenhouse gases. Do you know how to reduce greenhouse gases? First of all, I want to say to you about the most important thing that all countries around the world should do. That is to sign and ratify the protocol. What is the Kyoto Protocol? In 1988, a group of scientists called the International Panel on Climate Change met in Kyoto, Japan to discuss about climate change. Vietnam signed the Kyoto Protocol on December the 3rd, 1998 and ratified it on September the 25th, 2002. Let's move on my next point. I want to say to you about practical work that every person should do to reduce personal carbon footprint. Our personal carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide that we put into the air from burning fossil fuel and wood to create electricity and wood. So to reduce personal carbon footprint, we should do the following things. Reduce traveling by car, plane or motorbike. Use bike, bus, train or walk. Use energy saving household appliance. Assemble solar panel on the roof of our home and use electricity from solar energy. Switch off the electric appliance if not necessary. Reduce buying over packaged products because people waste much of energy to make them. Go to farmers market, buy local and fresh food. Reduce buying frozen food. Reduce eating cattle, especially beef, because raising cattle relates directly to deforestation. Don't cut down or burn trees, but a forest wherever we can. Be a good propagandist to say to everyone about solutions that I have just recommended. Is it right? Well, this brings me to the end of our presentation. Before we stop, I would like to sum up the main point again. As we know, greenhouse gases, especially CO2, cause climate change, and climate change causes a series of environmental problems. So I suggest everyone to do something to reduce our personal carbon footprint. If all countries around the world act and act soon, I think the risk from climate change can be reduced. That's all for our presentation. Now we'll be happy to answer any questions if you have. Thanks for your listening.